Hollywood Calling. I'm Thomas Porteous and you're watching NewsX World. From celebrity scoops to film and music buzz, here's a quick look at what's making headlines in entertainment today. Jeff Bezos faces criticism over his wedding invitation design to Lauren Sanchez, with critics calling the Venetian-themed card amateurish and out of step with the luxury tone of their high-profile celebration. Diddy has declined to testify in his federal sex trafficking trial as prosecutors wrap up their case after 6 weeks and 34 witnesses, including 2 former partners. A California doctor accused of supplying ketamine to Matthew Perry has agreed to plead guilty to 4 federal charges as authorities uncover a broader drug network linked to the actor's 2023 death. And Blackpink returns after 3 years with a global tour launching July the 5th in Goyang, Korea, featuring a new song, 31 shows across 16 cities, and all 4 members reuniting on stage for the first time since 2022. Now, our top story this week: Anna Wintour has stepped down as head of editorial content at American Vogue, a position she's held for nearly 4 decades. Wintour, who took over as editor-in-chief in 1988, has become one of the most influential figures in fashion. Under her leadership, she helped raise over $300 million for the Costume Institute at New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. She'll remain as Vogue's global editorial director and chief content officer for Condé Nast, which also publishes The New Yorker, Vanity Fair, and GQ. Earlier this year, President Biden awarded her with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, America's highest civilian honor. Vogue confirmed that a new U.S. editorial head will now oversee daily operations and report directly to Wintour, allowing her to focus more on Vogue's global strategy. We're now joined by Azuma Kataoka, who's an anchor and correspondent for NewsX World. Thank you, Zuma, for joining us. What do you think Anna Wintour's legacy will be as she steps back from day-to-day duties at Vogue?
Well, she has announced it apparently today to her staff at the Vogue after nearly holding this position for 37 years, which is around 4 decades. Now she's stepping down, but not completely. She's not stepping down completely from Vogue. She's just taking a sideline role, and she has not commented further, but she has hinted that she wants to give or mentor the upcoming generation and the person who's to follow her position, follow her, hold this position that Anna leaves, and she wants to mentor them, and she wants to maybe support them. But you have to know that she has led Vogue to a global or one of the best magazines, and she leaves a legendary position. Now, it will be a very, very high standard for the person who is going to replace her. There will be a lot of expectations for them to maybe replace Anna, as we do not know for now who's going to replace her. But for what we know now, that her leaving this Vogue position has shaken entire fashion industry, magazine industry, and a lot of interior industries as well. And we have to know that she led this magazine throughout the changes, which maybe 37 years ago looked very different from how people view magazines now or purchase magazines now, as data shows that they have lost 1/3 of magazine purchasers now compared to 37 years ago. But she has led this Vogue magazine to be the powerhouse of in the world, and kept the status going strong for entire world, and it's a huge deal. She was also honored with the highest civilian prizes this year by the Biden administration, and also we have to highlight the fact that she was able to collect, let me check the exact figures here, $300 million for the Met Costume Institute, and that's a huge deal, and not everybody in fashion industry, no matter how big, can have such big influence or collect such big figures just for particular institute of fashion.
Yes, thank you, Asuma. You are staying with us. We now move over to our next story, where Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is facing fresh criticism, this time over his wedding invitation to fiancée Lauren Sanchez. The billionaire's wedding plans have already sparked headlines, but the latest backlash centers around the design of the invite. Critics say the card, which features birds, butterflies, and Venetian-style imagery like gondolas and bridges, feels amateurish. Many argue it clashes with the luxury tone of the high-profile wedding and shows a lack of cultural sensitivity towards Venetian traditions. Let's have a deeper look into the wedding.
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez are getting married on June 27th in Venice, according to a Daily Mail report. The ceremony will take place on the island of San Giorgio, home to the historic Basilica of San Giorgio Maggiore. The wedding has triggered protests from activist groups who say it highlights inequality and neglect of Venice residents. Due to the protests, the wedding party was shifted to a more remote and less accessible area of the city. Activists argue the event reflects poor municipal governance and claim Venice is being turned into a theme park for the wealthy. The wedding is expected to cost between 40 and 48 million euros, and Bezos will also donate 1 million euros to a lagoon research group. Around 200 VIPs are expected to attend, including Kim Kardashian, Katy Perry, and Trump family members Ivanka and Jared Kushner. Bureau Report, NewsX World.
We're now once again joined by Asuma Kataoka to discuss this further. Asuma, do you think a wedding invitation really matters when it comes to a high-profile event like Jeff Bezos' wedding?
Yes, I think it matters because, well, this is not going to just set a wedding maybe trend for many years to come. Suppose the bride having 27 outfits ready for her, designed for her by big designers, and also the wedding guest list is extravagant, knowing all the Kardashians are there, Oprah Winfrey is there, Katy Perry, Orlando Bloom, also Leonardo DiCaprio, and many also loyals as well. But one thing that stood out from the wedding guest list is that no Indian guest except one Indian guest was invited to this wedding. Although last year we saw that Anant Ambani, he's a billionaire son of India, and he in his wedding they were invited. Jeff Bezos was invited, but apparently not. He did not invite them back to this wedding. Also, the Adani Group chair was not invited to this wedding, and there was just one family friend that was invited to this wedding. Although this wedding has been attended by 200 A-lister guests. Apparently they are all close friends of the bride, Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos. On to you, Tom.
Thank you very much, Asuma. We move on once again to another top entertainment story. In the latest development, a court in New York has adjourned for the day in the sex trafficking trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Defence closing arguments will begin tomorrow morning and are expected to last around 3 hours, followed by a 1-hour prosecution rebuttal. Once that concludes, the judge will instruct the 12-member jury on the law and charges, after which deliberations will begin. Sean Diddy Combs has confirmed he will not testify in his ongoing federal sex trafficking trial. But speaking directly to the judge, the music mogul said he was doing great and even praised the court, calling the judge's work excellent. This comes as prosecutors wrapped up a 6-week case, calling 34 witnesses to support charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. Among the most crucial testimonies, one of two of Combs' former partners, Cassie Ventura, and a woman identified only as Jane. Both say they were coerced into marathon sex acts called freak-offs or hotel nights, which Combs allegedly watched, recorded, and sometimes organised. Combs' defence argues the acts were consensual and part of a swinger lifestyle, but his lawyers rested their case without calling any witnesses, instead pushing for the charges to be dismissed. A decision is now left to the judge. Combs, 55, has pled not guilty and remains in federal custody, with judges previously ruling he poses a danger to the community. In court, Combs has been active in his defence, passing notes to lawyers and even drawing warnings from the judge for nodding at jurors during cross-examinations. Jurors were shown over 40 minutes of videos Combs recorded of the alleged events. While some appeared uncomfortable, the defence says the footage proves consent and not coercion. We're once again joined by Asuma Kataoka, who joins us to discuss this. Asuma, this case has been going on for a while now, one of the most high-profile cases in recent memory. What can you tell me more about the trial?
Yes, like you said, this has been almost a spit in the face of Combs' legacy, or the name that he had built for himself. And looking at his trial, it seems like he did a lot of things that he probably maybe thought it would not go public ever, but it's surprising to see that there were 34 people who 34 witnesses who showed up for this trial, and it included a lot of videos, which was for 40 minutes, and some people have commented that it was disturbing to watch. And also among the witnesses, we can highlight his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. She was with him for a long time, and also the person whose name is Jane. And now we have to watch and wait what the judges, how they close this case. But what we know is that it was very disturbing, and a lot of things came to spotlight during this trial. Also, the highlight of in the sidelines, we saw that a lot of influencers flocked to this trial, and almost it was like a full influencers hot topic for them to maybe they show their analysis on this case, and also watch this or live feed this on their Instagram and other social media platforms.
Asuma, thank you very much for joining us. We move on once again, where a major development in the investigation into the death of Friends star Matthew Perry. A California doctor has been accused of supplying him with ketamine and has agreed to plead guilty, according to US federal prosecutors. Dr. Salvador Placencia will plead guilty to 4 counts of distributing ketamine. The charges carry a maximum sentence of 40 years in prison, and he is expected to enter a plea in the coming weeks. Perry was found dead in his Los Angeles hot tub in October of 2023 at the age of 54 years old. He had openly battled addiction, but his sudden death still shocked fans worldwide. According to prosecutors, Dr. Plascencia injected Perry with ketamine multiple times, even once in a parking lot, and supplied the drug through Perry's assistant, who's also facing charges. Text messages from another doctor in the case revealed Plascencia called Perry a moron and discussed how much he'd paid for more drugs. In all, 5 people have been charged in what officials describe as an illegal network of drug suppliers tied to Perry's overdose. Now, our next story. Pop star Katy Perry and actor Orlando Bloom have reportedly called it quits after nearly a decade together. According to reports, the couple has split but remains amicable. Sources say the breakup had been brewing for months, with growing tension and long-distance struggles as Perry tours globally on her Lifetimes tour. The singer is said to be keeping busy with work while also renting out one of her homes in California. The pair had planned to turn it into a family home, but those plans have now changed. Reports also claim the lukewarm response to Perry's latest album, 143, added strain to their relationship. Despite the challenges, Bloom and their 4-year-old daughter, Daisy, were seen supporting Perry during a recent concert in Australia. The couple first met at a Golden Globes after party in 2016, then got engaged in 2019 and welcomed Daisy in the year of 2020. Bloom also shares a son, Flynn, with his ex-wife, Miranda Kerr. We move on once again. It's official, Cardi B is back, and this time she's bringing the drama. After a 7-year wait, the global rap sensation has announced her long-delayed second studio album titled Am I the Drama? The project drops on September the 19th, with Cardi revealing the cover art earlier this week. She's been striking a bold pose with towering heels while black crows swirl in a moody backdrop. The album's lead single, Outside, is already climbing the charts and is rumoured to take a jab at her estranged husband Offset. It follows years of teasers, but this time it's real. The album also includes fan favourites like WAP and Up. Her first album debuted back in when Migos was still a trio. She didn't have kids and her label looked very different. A lot has changed, but Cardi's momentum is back. Meanwhile, Offset was recently spotted performing to a lukewarm crowd in his Atlanta hometown, drawing sharp contrast to Cardi's blazing return. Mark your calendars, I Am the Drama hits on September the 19th. We move on to the Hollywood world now. Tom Cruise is finally getting his Oscar, not for a single role, but for a lifetime of cinematic achievement. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has announced that Cruise will receive an honorary Oscar at this year's Governor's Awards, scheduled for November the 16th in Hollywood. Despite his blockbuster success in Mission Impossible and Oscar nominations for Jerry Maguire, Born on the 4th of July, Magnolia and Top Gun Maverick, Cruise has never taken home the gold until now. The Academy praised the 62-year-old for his daring stunts, his dedication to the theatrical experience, and his key role in keeping cinema alive during the pandemic. Cruise won't be alone. Joining him in receiving honorary awards are Wynne Thomas, the visionary production designer behind Do the Right Thing and A Beautiful Mind, and Debbie Allen, acclaimed choreographer, actress and producer known for Fame and Ragtime. Also being honoured is music legend Dolly Parton, who will receive the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award for her decades of charitable work, especially in children's education and global literacy, through her Imagination Library, which has distributed over 280 million books. These special awards, now in their 16th year, celebrate individuals with extraordinary impact on film and humanity. They're not part of the Oscars' main telecast, but carry deep industry recognition. We move on to the music world now. K-pop sensation Blackpink is making a powerful comeback. After a 3-year hiatus, the global superstars will reunite on stage at Goyang concert in South Korea on July the 5th KST, the opening night of their brand new Deadline World Tour. The concert will mark the debut of their highly anticipated new song, confirmed by YG Entertainment. The agency says the group chose Goyang as the launch pad because of its special meaning. It's the tour's first stop and the first time they're reuniting with fans. The Deadline Tour will hit 16 cities with a total of 31 shows, including Los Angeles, New York, Paris, Milan, London, Tokyo and Bangkok. All 4 members, Lisa, Jennie, Rose and Jisoo, last appeared together in 2022's hit music video Shut Down, which topped the Billboard Global 200. Their last concert wrapped up in Seoul in September of 2023, capping off the massive Born Pink World Tour with 66 shows in 22 countries. Individually, each member has been busy. Rose made history as the first female solo artist to win a Bosang at the Seoul Music Awards and also dropped her second album, Rosie. Lisa released When I'm With You, a collab with Tyler. Jennie debuted the music video Ruby under her label Odatia. Now Jisoo, now a rising actress, starred in Utopia and released Amortage. Blackpink is now ready and back to own the stage once again. We move back to the world of Hollywood now, where London shifted gears into glamour last night as the F1 movie premiere occurred. Brad Pitt led the cast, playing a retired driver. Stars like Tom Cruise, Naomi Campbell and Ed Sheeran walked the red carpet alongside producer Lewis Hamilton. Simone Ashley appeared despite her role being cut from the movie. With real track footage and star power, the film is built to thrill. Let's take you straight to the premiere highlights.
F1, the movie is all set to race into theatres on June 27th, with the European premiere held in London this week. The high-octane drama stars Brad Pitt as a retired driver making a comeback to Formula One. Pitt plays Sonny Hayes, a former champion who returns to mentor a young talent. He also serves as a producer alongside Lewis Hamilton, who attended the London premiere. The red carpet rolled out at Cineworld Leicester Square in London. Pitt arrived with his girlfriend, Inés de Ramón, who stunned in a shimmering champagne gown. Celebrities who turned heads included Tom Cruise, Naomi Campbell, Ed Sheeran, and Tate McRae. Formula One legend Adrian Newey and team boss James Vowles were also spotted. Tom Cruise made a surprise appearance at the London premiere, joining Brad Pitt on the red carpet. The action star showed his support for the film and posed for photos with the cast. Co-stars Damson Idris and Kerry Condon joined Pitt on the red carpet. The star-studded event included performers and Hollywood insiders alike. Simone Ashley walked the red carpet wearing a gold Balmain gown. She attended despite the news that her role was cut from the final film. Ashley shared a heartfelt post online after the event. She wrote that the night was a celebration and a memory she would treasure. The Bridgerton star had filmed scenes for F1 last year. Director Joseph Kosinski confirmed her part was removed in final editing. Speaking earlier, she said she had a small role but a big experience. She added that attending Grand Prix was unforgettable. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton called the film a passion project for the sport. The movie aims to bring F1 to global audiences through a new cinematic lens. Brad Pitt trained extensively for the role and even drove F1 cars during filming. The movie was shot at real Grand Prix events, blending fiction and reality. Bureau Report, NewsX World.
Punjabi actor Diljit Dosanjh is facing criticism online after releasing the trailer for Sardaar 3, which features Pakistani actress Hania Amir. The film is slated for an overseas-only release on June the 27th and will not be screened in India. Some social media users have questioned Diljit's decision to work with a Pakistani co-star at a time when India-Pakistan relations remain delicate. They also reference Hania Amir's 2019 comments on regional developments. In response, the film's producers stated that the project was shot before recent events and that Hania was cast well in advance. They emphasized that the decision to release the film internationally was only out of respect for the current situation. The Federation of Western India Sign Employees has requested the CBFC to withhold certification for the film's release in India. Saradaj G3 continues the comedy fantasy franchise, with Diljit returning in the role of a ghost hunter. Now we move on once again. Kim Kardashian is heading to the big screen once again, and this time as a villain. The reality star and business mogul will star in and produce a live-action Bratz movie, now in the works at Amazon MGM Studios. Sources say Kim's role will add fashion-forward drama to the iconic doll franchise. The film's plot remains under wraps, but producers promise a fresh take for a new generation. This isn't Kim's first brush with acting. She recently starred in American Horror Story and is producing several projects, including a Netflix comedy and a legal drama for Hulu. The Bratz brand already has a family connection. Kim's sister Kylie partnered with the doll line in 2023 to launch a signature mini collection. Kim says she's not going method, but her fashion fame and business savvy may make her a perfect villain for the Bratz world. We move back to Hollywood now, where actor Scott Wolf has filed a restraining order against his estranged wife, Kelly Wolf, amid their ongoing divorce. The filing took place in Utah on June the 24th, following Kelly's release from an involuntary 5150 hold. His brother Michael Wolf also provided a declaration in the case. Kelly confirmed she served the order on June the 25th. Records from the divorce remain sealed in Utah, but a hearing is scheduled for July the 1st. The 5150 hold was initiated after authorities responded to a call from Kelly's friend, who had grown concerned over her mental state. In a recent Instagram post, Kelly said she's doing well and described the experience with humor, saying, "I'm alive and the show's just getting started." Kelly announced their separation on June the 10th after 21 years of marriage, calling it a quiet, thoughtful process focused on their children's well-being. Well, that's all we have time for. We will continue to bring you more news updates from the entertainment world. Thank you for joining us.